Okay, so it's January 24th, and we promised a garden tour every week while we try to grow food for a family of 4 this year for the second attempt. Learned a lot last year. We really don't know what we're doing. We are not in any way farm people. But last year when coronavirus hit, all of our gigs got canceled. I own 2 deli markets downtown, and we started hearing rumblings of food scarcity and food shortages, and that's what got us on this path. So there, you're all caught up in case you didn't know that. If you're new here, please hit like and subscribe. We'd love to have you on our journey, and if you are not new here, welcome back. So one of the things that I wanted to show you is these turnips. So these were planted too close together, and so this is one turnip that you can see never really got a root going, and this is another. And this one actually looks pretty good and edible, so I'm going to take that in, despite the fact it is covered with diatomaceous earth. This one looks pretty good and edible. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that. But you know, this is like, I grew them, but I didn't really, this is, I mean, adorable, a little baby turnip. I just didn't thin them. I always feel bad thinning seeds for some reason, like I'm killing something, and I don't know, not as comfortable with it as I need to be if I'm gonna really try to grow food for a family of 4. That one looks like, I don't know, doesn't look so great. It might end up in the compost. This one looks okay though. They're baby, but I mean, baby turnips are good. But look, see, this one didn't grow anything. I mean, it just has the roots, and that's it. And that's just completely because I didn't come in and thin. So I need to really do better about that. I will say the greens are still edible, and they smell very peppery, mustardy. They smell great. So I think some of these are gonna go into the compost for dirt making, and we will appreciate their contribution in that way. And these I'll take in and cook them up, and we will have some turnips, which are quite delicious. So here's an example of what not to do. We're trying to make our own dirt, which we've been pretty successful at, but you do have to turn it and mix it, and lately it's just been so cold and nasty, our food scraps are just getting put on top, and we're not doing what we need to do. And so you can see there's flies and bugs, and there's some dirt. This is stuff that has come from food scraps. I need to take all those papers that I shredded from my organizing my office video and stick them in here. So I'm gonna work on that for a second. You guys, look what I found. I was cleaning up some of my old seedling trays. It's like a snail or something. A slug, I don't know what it is. Something, somebody will know. But it was just living in this thing. Isn't that awesome? So these are the onions. And you might notice that around the base, there's like little, it looks like little activity. That was me yesterday coming in and loosening up the soil, because my understanding is that the looser the soil is around where the bulb is going to be, the easier it is for the onion to grow. I really love onions, so I'm excited about these. And I didn't know until recently that every one of these green stalks represents a layer of the onion. So you want to have as much greenery as you can. And so I think we're going to add a little bit of fertilizer. It needs some nitrogen to get some good leafy green tops going. There's Zach, one of our 100-pound rescue dogs, just soaking up the evening sun. If you saw my seed starting video, you might have seen me say one of the mistakes I made is I used those little plug trays, and then I wasn't really ready and able to pot everything up, and so I lost it. Well, I forgot I did actually pot some things up. But when I was tossing things out and cleaning them, some of them had smells. In fact, at first, I pulled this out. Look, you guys, this is a carrot. And my understanding is that carrots don't really like to be transplanted, but I mean, there's enough of a little thing there that I'm gonna try. And here's another, look, teensy tiny little baby carrot. So I'm gonna try. Now this is obviously a carrot. I can tell by the leaves, but I don't really know what it looks like on the inside. I thought I would do it with y'all watching. We can do it together. you know, and I know that carrots don't like to be transplanted now. I didn't know that when I planted them in seed starters. So see, that's an example of something that we've learned already. Oh, gardening, it's so glamorous. Carrots make roots all down the tuber, and so they don't really like to be disturbed, as we are seeing. But there's the carrot. But at this point, you know, it's here. I think what I might do is just stick it in the ground right here in this little bed. So wasn't exactly sure what I was gonna do. Ow, hurt my thumbnail. But there, I'll just keep it in its little dirt, and then I'll go ahead and just get these. Why not, right? I mean, they're here. They're wanting to survive. Let's give them a shot at it. But I was starting to say, before the dirt blew up on me, that one of the things that, you know, the experience really has taught me is things like, okay, this year I'm not going to plant any carrots in the ground in seed trays because I don't like to be transplanted. And I think that might be one of the reasons we failed so miserably last year at growing carrots. Look, here's another one. Look. Can you hold my camera focus on it? It's amazing. So I think I'm just going to stick this back, try to get the dirt out. And let's just plant them up. See how that goes. So I probably should have done some research on how far apart carrots should be spaced, and is it a good idea to put them in a bed with radishes, but that's just not really how my process works. My process is to follow my gut, to go ahead and do it, and then to let the results I'm getting teach me, to learn from my experiences. And it's okay if I make mistakes, if it's okay if I don't get it right, but I'm trying and I'm growing. And so if you're out there and you want to grow with us, get started, just try. It's okay if you don't know everything. I think that you're going to have a lot of fun if you follow along every week, because you're seeing it now, and you'll be able to then watch everything come into bloom and grow. And we're really committed to just documenting all of our trials and errors, because that's really how we're learning, and we want to encourage other people to get out there and try. And if we can share something with you that helps you, you know, save a step, then that would be great. So anyways, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for supporting our growing channel. It really means a lot to us, and we'll see you at the next garden tour.